Hello, so I've already recorded the video, but I just wanted to do the intro and basically say that you can purchase the script for 15 US dollars from discord.gg/egom, and yeah, into the video. Alright, so in the last setup video, I really didn't go into enough depth about certain things, and I went into way too much depth about other certain things. So in this setup video, I'm just going to basically do everything, which basically I've had to recommend people, and just make it as simple as possible and also as in-depth as possible. So the first thing you're going to want to do once you buy the script is just download it. Now, download it anyway. Now, while that downloads, I'm going to go here, go onto like any instance of Minecraft. I'm on just regular 1.8.9, go onto multiplayer, and then just log into Hypixel. There we go. Now, as soon as this logs in, what you're going to want to do is you're going to go into your settings here and disable profile viewer. Make sure this is off. And now, once you've done that, you're going to want to get all of the items which are required. I'll put a list on screen, but pretty much it's just like a sword of sorts, a bow of sorts, a golden pickaxe, a stone pickaxe, or actually any pickaxe now, and just anything you can mine with, whether a drill, a gauntlet, or another type of pickaxe, and a royal pigeon. Alongside this, you also do need a scroll, which can walk you to the mines. These normally cost around like 5 million on the auction house, but I think right now they're a bit high, yeah, around there. And you're also going to need a scroll which will walk you to the forge, as seen right here. So that'll cost you around 165k. And then you probably also need armor, but that is really just basic. So now once you've done that, just set up the main stuff on Hypixel, what you can do is you can just close that. So now once that is closed, you basically have two options. One option is you can use the normal Minecraft launcher as seen here, or you can use the multi-MC launcher. While this still is not fully downloaded, I'm just going to do a quick setup guide for this. So basically the steps are the same for the multi-MC launcher. You just need to do add instance, then you do 1.16.5, okay, and then edit the instance, go down into the loader mods. Well, actually go back to here into the version and press install forge, install the recommended version, which is this one, press OK, and then basically just open your .minecraft folder, as seen right here, and just follow the same setup guide. And that's how you do it via multi-MC. But we're going to be doing the setup guide via the main launcher. Okay, so what you're going to want to do once this has loaded, you're going to open it up, just close that, and then go to prerequisites, and then you're going to see this installer. So then you just open that up. What should load is basically just an option. Going to press install client, okay. Then it's just going to be remapping jar. And then as soon as this is done, a thing will come up saying that basically 1.16.5 is successfully installed. So you have installed Forge. Next, just press OK, and then open up the mods folder. Now you'll see 4 mods in here. You're going to want to do, type in percentage app data percentage, go to your .minecraft, go to your mods, just make sure this is clear. You can put your mods in folder, as I have right here, but basically just delete all of the spare jar files in here. You can have mods in folder, as I said, and then just drag it into here. So now you have these 4 mods and potentially any folders. Now, the first time you launch, this folder will not be here. So I'm just going to delete it for video purposes. So now what you're going to want to do, you've done this main part. Now go back here, go back here. You've set the prerequisites. Now, what I recommend you do is you just open up your Minecraft folder and then you just launch that 1.16.5 Forge version. Because what I showed in the original setup guide was that you could drag everything into your config folder before everything is launched. But people did seem to get a lot of issues with that, so I'm just going to show it doing this way. So here, this should be. Here, if it's not, just click the down button. If it's not there, then go installations, new installation, select it from here, and then press create. Now what you're going to want to do, press play. I understand the risks, and then play. So since you are launching 4 mods, it will take a bit to load. It really depends on how good your PC is. Since mine's not that great, it would probably take like 40 seconds to load. But while it's loading, what you're going to want to do, so this folder launched in once again 5 to 6 p.m. as it is right now. So you're going to want to go back to your .minecraft, going to want to go to your config, and you should find this. This is a thing called JS macros in your config folder, and there is a macros thing and an options.json. So before touching anything here, go back, well, not all the way back, go to here, go to your JS macros, and then drag these two and basically just replace them. As you can see right here, this destination, blah, 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 probably shouldn't have anything for you. And there we go. That is completely replaced. Now, what I'm going to do, I'm going to go into a single player world, create a new world. So creative, I'm just going to create it as peaceful. And then I'm just going to wait for it to load. So pretty much I'm loading into a single player world first so we can optimize the settings, as it is far easier to optimize the original settings in a single player world opposed to like optimizing all of your settings while on Hypixel. So once this loads, you should see this thing. Welcome to egom's commission script, Raz UK 4R. So if your game crashes here, this is probably because you're not whitelisted for the script. To whitelist yourself for the script, go onto the Discord server, go down to IGN here. And now my IGN is that. So I just wrote my IGN here. And now someone, well, me, I will whitelist you and you should be whitelisted. But yeah, you'll have access to the script. So now that I'm here, you're going to basically want to go into your controls. So make sure auto jump is off. Will not work with it on. Now, I'm just going to reset this so it looks like the default. As basically I've already optimized this for what I like, but you can optimize this however you like. So as you see here, these two are taken. These should not be taken. So firstly, go down, escape. We want to keep this because the GUI is needed, and escape. And then also escape on this. Now, next thing you're going to want to do, set a keybind for active mods. Whatever you want. Can be anything. And then set a keybind for auto mine as seen right here. I'm just going to set it as that. So now that that's done, what you're going to want to do, just press your active mods button and you can enable or disable auto mine. This needs to be enabled at all times, otherwise the script will just not work. So please have this enabled at all times. Now you can also hide the active mods as, well, yeah, it works without it showing in the GUI, so just hide that or do whatever you want. It blocks your FPS, which can be really annoying, so I would just recommend hiding. Now, what you're going to want to do, check your controls again, and make sure the JS macros GUI, you know the keybind to this. By default, it should be K. So press K. Now, you'll see here, there are these two buttons. You can set these to whatever keys you want. This button stops all the scripts. So if I want that as H, works. J, works. This button starts the script. So this runs a thing called king, and this starts the script. So you can press M, you can change it to N, B, whatever you want. I'm just going to keep it as the default for now. Does not matter, it will not affect the script whether you change it. The thing which will affect the script though, is what you do here. Okay, so I actually realized something while doing this. This is not what you should see. So this is basically like if you saw 0 events at all. So this means that the options file has not loaded correctly. Now, this is feasible of happening. Like, this can happen, but there is a way to fix this. So what you can do is you can either download the media file, which I have left in the hashtag download right here, and you can drag it in again. So once you drag that in again, what you've got to do, basically, as you can see here, this is an options.json file. It's 3 kilobytes, which it shouldn't be. So I'm going to go into here. I've downloaded it right here. Well, you'll go through a media file thing. It should be 4.46 kilobytes. It will say 5 right here, but yeah. And now quit the game, go into your Minecraft launcher again, wait for this to load, and then launch your game again. Now, while your game is launching, make sure this file size stays the same, because if it changes, this means that all of your settings have reset, which is obviously very bad. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to monitor the size. You can see 4.64, still 4.64. I see zero reason why it should change at all. Now, once it starts loading up, everything is being built. What you're going to want to do immediately as soon as it loads up is you're going to want to go up to here, select single player. Well, once it loads, single player, and then just go back into the setup world. This is only needed if the script didn't set up correctly, like all the events just didn't set up correctly. Now, it's all set up. As you can see right here, these are all the events which you should have. So there should be around like 15 events. I'm not going to count that right now, but somewhere around there. And now you can optimize it. So different things, well, different events obviously do different things. World change is just the normal world change, and join server is just the normal join server. So this is not, so to enable an auto godpot, what you're going to want to do is disable the dimension change and enable the godpot world change. Or disable the world change, enable the godpot world change. Now, since there have been some CPU issues with the script in the past, it's like really random because it works really well for some, and then for others it doesn't. So I want to make sure that the script works perfectly for everyone. So what I've made it do is I've added an option for 50 join server, 100, 1, 10, 25. So the issue with the CPU is, for some people, after each commission, their CPU goes crazy. So what I did instead is you disconnect from Hypixel and reconnect immediately due to the auto reconnect, which I'll show you how to set up shortly, and it fixes everything. Don't know why the issue is caused exactly, but this fixes absolutely everything. So, but there is one issue. The auto reconnect does take 5 seconds. So for example, if you're reconnecting after every one commission, the number hence is the amount of commissions you will reconnect after. If you do it after every one commission, then there's going to be a lot of downtime. That's probably going to take 4 to 5 hours off getting Heart of the Mountain 7 out of like the 160 or whatever's needed. But that is quite bad downtime. So unless your CPU is like very bad, I wouldn't recommend using this. But pretty much if you want to enable any one of these, disable the normal join server event. Let's say I want to reconnect after every 10 commissions. Then just enable this one. And there we go. That's all set up. And you can just do this for every single one of them, but make sure only one join server event's enabled and only one dimension change event is enabled. Okay, so now that is done, what I'm going to do is I'm going to press right shift or whatever your GUI key is for forge hacks, if you do remember that. Options, controls, scroll down, right shift right here. So I'm going to press right shift and type auto reconnect, enable 1. What that will do is it will enable auto reconnect. To disable it, type auto reconnect, enabled 0. Auto reconnect must be enabled if you are using like one of the 1 join server, 10 join server, etc, etc. But I would just have auto reconnect enabled no matter what, in case your internet dies or something happens. Auto reconnect enabled 1. So now it is enabled. And now that you've done that, what you're probably going to want to do is change the delay. By default, it should be 5 seconds. You can reduce this, you can make this longer. I wouldn't make the 0 seconds. I just think your game will crash if you make the 0 seconds. But you can make this 2 seconds, which will decrease the amount of delay if you are running something like 1 commission. I probably would change this to 2. But really it is up to you. I'm just going to keep it as 5 for now. So now that you have your auto mine enabled, auto jump off, all your controls configured, all your events configured, and auto reconnect configured, with all of the events successfully downloaded, all 138 files, or however many there are, maybe 140, you're going to want to leave the single player world. You will never need it again, I hope. Now, go into your multiplayer. You'll see Hypixel. Press join server. And as soon as on join, you'll see a chat message. You'll join Skyblock immediately. This is my first time ever using the script on this account, by the way. This is a fresh account. You'll open up your Royal Pigeon, and you'll start your first commission. And then, basically, the script will walk over, and it will just run. If you've set up everything correctly, it should run just fine. I haven't seen any issues at all with it, but yeah. If there are any issues, please report them in #bugs. If you have any suggestions, please put them in #suggestions. And if you do need any help setting up, either DM me on Discord, egom #0555, or type in the #help channel, preferably the latter. So now that you're fully set up, you're just ready to macro commissions. And all I can say is best of luck to you. Thank you for watching this video. I should have mentioned at the start, but the script does cost $15 and can be bought from discord.gg/egom. So make sure you do that first. Anyway, thank you for watching. Subscribe if you enjoyed, and good luck scripting. Happy scripting, whatever. discord.gg/egom. Goodbye. Thank you for watching.